Morning, everyone. I'm Emily Actors-Andy, Managing Director of AtlanticLIVE, the events division of The Atlantic magazine, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to Race and Justice San Francisco. It's good to see you all here this morning. Our gathering today is part of a multi-year exploration of race and criminal justice in cities across the country. We launched this series 3 years ago in Washington, D.C. to discuss the issues that Ta-Nehisi Coates wrote about in an Atlantic cover story, the Black family in the age of mass incarceration that many of you may have read. Since that first event, we've talked about those themes in Los Angeles, Charlotte, Tucson, and Houston. And why, might you ask, did we choose to come to San Francisco? San Francisco has one of the strongest economies in the country, growing at nearly double the rate as the nation overall in recent years. And San Francisco has historically boasted a diverse and engaged population. But despite this record of success, San Francisco's residents have not benefited equally. The region has one of the nation's highest rates of economic inequality, and rising costs have squeezed the most vulnerable. These economic pressures have begun to change the face of San Francisco, and the population of Black and Hispanic residents has begun to decline. And along with these changes, San Francisco grapples with significant racial and ethnic disparities in its criminal justice system. African Americans make up only 5% of San Francisco's total population, yet in 2015, just over half of the inmates in the county jail were African American, and nearly 2 in 5 people in jail here seek treatment for mental illness. So today, we'll explore the road ahead for the criminal justice system in San Francisco and the wider region. And we'll hear from elected leaders and community members, and we'll close with a brief musical performance. And my hope is at the end of this gathering, you'll leave with a better understanding of the state of justice in San Francisco and a clearer vision of the path forward. But before we begin, I want to thank the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation Safety and Justice Challenge. This gathering and our reporting on the topic would not be possible without the foundation's support. And now a few practical notes. Please silence your cell phones if you can, but keep them close. We're on Twitter at AtlanticLIVE, and the hashtag for this morning's event is RaceJusticeSF. And we want everyone in this room, to be a part of the conversation. So we'll take questions throughout the morning. We'll have mic runners throughout the audience, and just raise your hand. And we begin with a discussion on what public safety means to the San Francisco community. And for that, please welcome to the stage Karina Montag, Programs Director for the Insight Prison Project, Zachary Norris, Executive Director of the Ella Baker Center for Human Rights, and Joy Jackson Morgan, Executive Director of the 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic. And here to lead the conversation, please welcome my colleague, Alexis Madrigal, staff writer for The Atlantic.
Thank you.